Hey guys, it's cosmochlo here, and today I'm doing a video all about my hair. I have experimented a lot with my hair. I wouldn't say I've done crazy things like what other people do, but I've definitely experienced a lot with my hair. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an outline of what kind of hair I have. So I have got very thick and a lot of hair. I mentioned this in my last video. I've got so much hair and it's also really thick, and it doesn't look like that, and like when you look at it just normally you wouldn't think that, but when you actually touch my hair you're like, holy shit, it is a lot of hair. Again, as I mentioned in my last video, I said that when I go to the hairdressers are like, whoa, there's so much hair to work with here, which obviously means I've got more hair than the average person, because they wouldn't make such a big deal out of it, and every time I go to the hairdressers they always make such a huge deal about how much hair I have and how thick it is, and oh, I bet that's really hard to work on when you're at home, and I'm like, yes it is, and it's so annoying hearing the same comments over and over again. My natural hair colour is ashy brown. It's a very light brown, but it's more like a grey colour. So that is my natural hair colour. But when I was about 14 years old, I started to dye my hair. The colour I used to dye my hair was number 72 in the Nice and Easy range, and it was a dark brown, and I mean a really dark brown, to the point where my hair would basically look black unless you had a light shine on it, which made it look like a dark brown. It was a little bit like this, however this one is 82 dark warm brown. So this was actually lighter than the one that I used to colour my hair with, and I remember I bought this one along with the dark one that I usually wear ages ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, and I still haven't put it on my head since. But yep, this is not even as dark as I used to dye it. I will insert a couple of pictures here so you can see how dark my hair was. I used to like having my hair really dark. I just always preferred it. I felt it suited me a lot more, and once I dyed it dark and it started to fade and go really light and my roots would come through, I'd be like, oh, I need to dye it again. So I actually really enjoyed dyeing my hair a lot, and I used to enjoy dyeing it dark too. I went for a stage where I really wanted something different with my hair, so I decided that I was going to go a little bit wild, and by that I mean I would put my hair half up and half down, and the bit that was down, I remember I did this was so bad, I bleached it. I bleached the whole thing, and obviously if I've been putting basically black on my hair, when you bleach it, it doesn't go blonde, it goes yellow and orange, and my nickname became Rolo because one time when I plaited my hair it looked like there was caramel going through my hair because it was that orangey and yellow, which obviously isn't the best experience. I also dip dyed my hair, and I say dip dyed and not ombre because when you ombre your hair it's like dark all the way to light. I literally had my hair like this short and I dip dyed like this much blonde, and again because it was black it went like a yellowy orangey colour, and I also did like a strand with my fringe as well because I thought that looked really cool. And then on top of like the strand on my fringe that was blonde, I put purple on it because I thought, hey, why not be purple? And then when I was bored of that I would dye it black again, basically. I actually remember the very last time I cut my hair short, and it was basically in April. It was the day before I went to Egypt. I went to the hairdresser and I got my hair cut, and they cut it this short. It was up to my collarbone, so it was this short, and my fringe was like this short, and it was a bit more feathered out and like edgy, and it was the shortest my hair had ever been. I had my prom in June, so I had a couple months to kind of grow it out because I was quite unhappy with how short it was, and my hair actually grew surprisingly quite quick. It grew to about here, so it grew about that much, and for me that was quite a big deal. And from that moment on, like from the moment I cut my hair this short, I was like, I'm never cutting my hair again. So I didn't cut my hair for 3 years. My hair grew so long, and I mean it was so long, and the condition wasn't even that bad. People would always say to me, like, your hair condition is so good considering it's not been cut for so long. But there was a time where after I bleached my hair blonde, like half of it blonde, and I kept dyeing it, the hair started to break, but only the hair underneath, because that was the bit that had been bleached. So when my friend, who was training to do like hairdressing and like makeup and all that, her beauty course, she had to do hair on me. So I was her hair model, and she split my hair in half so she could do layer by layer to curl it. And she halved it, and then she was like, Chloe, your hair's slanted. And I was like, what do you mean? And what she meant was my hair was like this. Some bits were this short, and then some bits were like down here, and it just kept getting longer. And she was like, how did this happen? And I explained to her, I think that's when I bleached my hair. So I did regret that a lot. And I actually just hoped that it would eventually grow out to be even, which is why I didn't cut it. I dyed my hair at Christmas dark brown, and I mean, again, it was practically black, and I was like, sweet, cool, done. And then it hit me, actually, I want to start going lighter, and I want like a fresh start. So I went to the hairdressers, and I was like, hey, I want to trim and I want to get highlights. And I was so nervous about this because I'd never had my hair cut. Well, I hadn't had my hair cut for 3 years. So she cut off like this much, but I felt like she had cut off all my hair, and it was horrible. I remember I was like, my hair's so short, and I, not gonna lie, I basically cried because I was that weird. And she put like highlights in, and my hair was going lighter, and I actually really liked it. It was now like a light brown, and she kept doing it lighter every other month. So this was around this time last year this was happening. So I kept going lighter and lighter and lighter, and I was really, really enjoying it. However, it hit a colour where it was like a light ginger but a light brown, and I was just so unhappy with it. And I dealt with it anyway, because what else was I going to do? But I was not 100% happy with it. Then I went to America for the summer, whoop whoop, yeah, and I left in June, and I actually have a picture of myself the day before I left with my sister, and my hair is that browny, gingery colour that I was talking to you about, so I'll insert the picture here. And it was like a light gingery brown, and I didn't hate it, I just was a bit like, oh, I want brown hair. I went the rest of my summer, and because I was in LA for 4 months, my hair went so light, it went blonde. So I think I've mentioned this in a few previous videos, but my hair went blonde, and I was like, oh my god, I got blonde hair, but my roots were coming through really dark, so I had to get my roots done, and I did them myself, and it made my hair go like yellow. So it was quite tragic, but I was blonde for like half of the time being in America, and then when I got to the end of being in America, I thought I'd spent so much money this past year getting lighter hair, getting really light, but I need to dye my hair. So I dyed my hair brunette. And then when I arrived back in England, I was like, oh my god, the blonde's coming through, it's going green, it's going a weird colour. So I decided to go to the hairdressers and get my hair chopped and dyed brunette. And that is exactly what I did. My hair was so long, it was like down to here, and I just chopped it to here. I was like, just do it. It's actually grown quite a bit now. I think it's grown like this much since September, which was when I got it cut. Or was it October I got it cut? I think it was October. So it's grown quite a bit, and it was the best decision I ever made. At first I hated it, and I was like, my hair's so short, it's so ugly, I just really hate it. I felt very happy being brunette again, because I feel like brunette is where my heart is at. But I hated the length of it, and it took me a couple of weeks, maybe a month, for me to actually start loving my hair. And now I love my hair, it's continuing to grow. I haven't dyed it since, but I am now back in debate of if I want to go lighter again or darker, because in some lights my hair's got a weird colour going on, so I'm back in that debate. So that is basically a brief of my hair. I say a brief, that probably took like 5 minutes, but that's just so you know the history of my hair and where my hair is at now. So I'm going to get started on how I look after my hair. To wash my hair, I use the L'Oreal, oh, can't turn it around, Full Restore Repairing Shampoo and Conditioner. I really love this stuff. L'Oreal is actually one of my favourite shampoos and conditioners to use. I used to use the green one, I can't remember what it's called, but they discontinued it a few months ago, which actually kind of sucked. So I decided to go for the L'Oreal Repairing Shampoo simply because my hair has been through a lot, and although most of it that was damaged by being blonde has been cut out, I still believe that my hair deserves to have a full nourish and treatment. So it does say for weak, limp and damaged hair. I wouldn't say my hair is weak, limped or damaged, but I would definitely say it does need some tender loving care every now and then. So I use the conditioner, like the shampoo and the conditioner for that. I wash my hair twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. I try not to wash it too much because I don't want the natural oils to be stripped from my hair, because the natural oils are actually really, really good for your hair. Say if I wash it on a Monday, I might not actually wash it till like a Thursday, Friday. So I would say mainly 2 times a week, possibly 3 times a week I wash my hair. Just don't overwash your hair is my biggest tip for you guys. After I wash my hair, I sometimes put in a leave-in treatment conditioner. So the one that I like to use, I don't have it on me at the moment, is the 3-Minute Miracle one by Aussie. I really, really love that one. You leave it in for 3 minutes. The way I kind of do it is I'll leave it in for the length of a song, because I have my radio on when I'm in the shower. So I leave it in for the length of a song and then I wash it out. After I've washed my hair, I brush my hair with my pink Tangle Teaser, which is currently behind my camera, so I'm not going to lean to get it, but I'm sure all of you are aware of what Tangle Teaser is. I absolutely love my Tangle Teaser. I think it's one of the best things I've ever had, because I have got a lot of hair and it can be quite thick, meaning it's so knotty, especially around like my collar of my t-shirts and things like that, simply because it just gets all clumped up and knotted and matted, and I hate it. I try not to use a lot of heat on my hair, so when I don't often straighten my hair and I don't often curl my hair, it's very rare that I do that. The most heat it will get is from my hairdryer. So before I blow dry my hair, I will put on my L'Oreal Paris Elnet Satin Heat Defense Spray. I mentioned this in my other video and I absolutely love this stuff. I love the smell of it. It reminds me of summer so much. I do love this. And I have it in the straight one because it keeps your hair straight for 3 days, but my hair is naturally straight. It is like this. When I get out of the shower, it's a little bit more puffy, and if I sleep in it wet, it will dry a little bit more wavy. But if I blow dry it, it will blow dry straight, just really puffy. But I really like this to keep my hair smelling nice and also to keep it protected from the heat. Before my hair is fully dry, I put Moroccan oil in my hair. I've just run out of it, so I haven't got any to show you, but as a substitute I used the John Frieda Frizz Ease. I use this because my hair does get so puffy and it can be quite annoying because it doesn't get curly, it gets puffy. So it'll be like, boo, like I've just been literally blow dried and volumed up. So this is to like eliminate frizz, repairs damage, treats split ends and nourishes. So I will pump a couple of pumps onto my hands like this, rub it in, and I'll just rub it through my hair in the hopes that it will keep my hair feeling soft and also eliminate the fact that my hair is getting quite puffy. I usually wash my hair at the night time, so then when I go to bed my hair will be puffy and blow dried and I'll have the serum into it. And then when I wake up in the morning, hopefully it's calmed down a bit because the cool air has got to it. So I usually wash my hair at night. If I wash my hair in the morning, I may give it a straighten. And I don't straighten my hair to make it straight. I straighten it to keep the puffiness down because it can be quite big at times. And that is basically everything that I do to my hair. I try not to use heat on it. I try to give it the best condition ever. Every week or every 2 weeks I'll put in a hair treatment. So I will either do this with my conditioner or I'll buy a hair treatment. I usually use my conditioner though, so I'll condition my hair fully and I'll leave it on there for about an hour and then I wash off all the conditioner and it leaves my hair super silky and soft. Your hair is a big part of your appearance, so don't underestimate your hair and don't overlook that as something, because a lot of people are dedicated to their skincare, but when it comes to their hair they treat it like absolute rubbish. So if you want to wear extensions, if you want to straighten your hair or curl your hair every day, that's totally fine and up to you, just as long as you make sure you have the correct treatments to back up the fact that your hair, like, I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. Basically, your hair can die and your hair can break off, so treat your hair like you would treat your skin. You wouldn't want people seeing you with like burnt skin, so don't let it be so obvious with your hair. If you want to dye your hair, I would recommend going to a hairdresser's, simply because when you do it yourself, so I used to always use box dyes and now I just never do, but I would definitely recommend going to a hairdresser's, because with box dyes, the cream or the mousse or the foam that you put on your hair can actually get into the pores of your hair and block up any hair cells that are trying to grow through, so it will stop your hair growing, and then that hair cell will die, so you lose that strand of hair, and eventually it could, not saying it will, but it could actually make you have a lot of hair loss, meaning you'll then turn to wigs or extensions, so it will just increase the chance of you losing your hair. If you have really short damaged hair and you hate it and you want your hair long, so you keep wearing extensions, I would just recommend for maybe 2 or 3 months just dealing with it. It's only 3 months of your life. If you're gonna live a long and happy life for like 80-90 years, what's 3 months gonna do? I'm sorry this video has been like me rambling on and on and on, but it's what I actually do best because I'm just always chatting away. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you all again soon, and adios.